Good.
That. Where are you?
Uh, Hello and welcome to the Retro Detroit Nerdfighters podcast. My name is Ian the Well Informed, and I'm here with Phil the Philibadger.
Extraordinary claims made without evidence can be dismissed without a second thought. That's my motto.
What?
Basically,
again?
it's a variation of that old chestnut. The burden of proof lies with the accuser, not with the accused.
Yes. Sorry.
Anyone who's been watching the news will probably know what I'm talking about.
I think I know what you're getting at. Who's laughing?
There's a part of me that wants to laugh, but there's at least 40% of the population that's taking all that seriously.
And what 40% is that? Is it supposed to be a catch-22 or?
I'm trying not to spell it out because we're not a political podcast, but there's just a certain subset that just can't believe their guy lost.
Oh, okay. So, hey, do you want to play some NBA Jam later?
No, not really.
As long as you don't shoot 3-pointers, I'll win, and you'll lose.
And how about the free throws? Can we leave those out too?
That's only if I play a Shaq.
Okay, gotcha. Well, yeah, but if you play a Shaq, you won't be making free throws anyway.
I think that works. But
I think we're getting a little bit off the. I think we're wandering into some weeds here. We gotta find our way back here.
yes. So within weeds have what do you want to talk about?
I don't really have too much to talk about right now. I just, I'm as fatigued of pandemics and quarantine as the rest of us, but just got to stay strong. I'm trying to stay strong here.
It's we probably will come back to that later today, but
was there anything that you wanted to start with, Ian?
Yeah, just have you seen that charity stream for St. Jude from YouTube?
No.
I mean, I have 2 cents on that. So we've talked about him on the show, Matt Pat from Game Theory.
Not lately. I know he's come up before.
Yeah, him and a guy named Mr. Beast that's kind of a superstar when it comes to doing these massive projects.
Mm-hmm.
Decided to do like do a charity live stream for St. Jude, and they were going for $1 million, and they ended up getting $3 million out of all of it.
Okay, that sounds good.
It does. I'm all for helping a nonprofit organization, especially St. Jude, helping just helping nonprofits in general. I generally like that.
Hmm.
But it's like I think Markiplier was part of that too. Like um, the one thing that was most notable was the CEO Susan Wojcicki gave 450 grand
Oh,
to
okay. Hmm.
uh, to the fundraiser. So
Well, that's good.
yeah, it's good that this big corporation like
They went through their
that's a,
couches and they found some money.
yeah, they found some money either by Deadpool or any um by any means, but yeah, it's awesome. But I feel um like during this time, like for the past few years, we've always covered stuff like Project for Awesome, and
Hmm.
they're most notable to us or me because they try to help out smaller nonprofits get a little more exposure,
Hmm.
things of that nature. And um, I'm not sure if you know, but Project Blossom has been delayed till February now.
Okay.
So I feel like it. I feel like
I mean, we could use a little more awesome in 2020, but there's not much is right now.
I mean, there's that. I I mean, helping out the little nonprofits is in the future. It's going to be key to building up this economy and places that have essential workers. It's
Uh-huh.
those are going to be the people who are going to be able to build on this economy when
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 the vaccine is out there and we have a critical mass of folks who have taken it, that herd immunity is actually a real thing.
yeah, I'm just saying that let's focus less on St. Jude and more on these smaller nonprofits that really need it right now.
Hmm. I mean,
But
it's good that St. Jude is is able to do well with the fundraiser, but they're pretty large to begin with.
yeah, and then and suddenly you have you have the YouTube fundraiser, and then there's less of the Project Are Awesome. But then Facebook decided to do their restart Giving Tuesday.
Okay, yeah, I thought I saw something about that. I wasn't aware that it had gone away, but
I mean, it never went away in
Mhm,
that sense, but they're very much emphasizing it the last
mhm,
couple emphasizing on it heavily. A It couldn't be that they're trying to um, give to a nonprofit, so in turn they're trying to get money uh, from um, from donations. There's no way.
no, I yeah, I wonder if it's a way to make themselves look a little less like they're contributing to the downfall of society.
I mean, we always talk about if we talk about Facebook not wanting to be the arbiters of truth, but the problem is that um,
Well,
we've kind of
somebody has to be the arbiter of truth because there is a truth out there.
I mean, they don't have to be, but like I've said in other in other episodes, they have to. Um, the sources that claim themselves that they're credible have to put down where they're getting their money, whether it be on the front of the newspaper or um, so people can see it. They have to be able to a with that much and I don't I don't always like using this quote, but um um the more power, the more responsibility.
Hmm.
That needs to be the more care you need to put into it.
Right, exactly. Hmm.
But yeah, it's and Facebook just doesn't see that right now. But I know that they've heard me, so I'm probably going to get more 40 percenters. So
Right, right.
um, 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 so speaking about what's it called, podcasts and things like that. You hear that Joe Rogan is now on Spotify.
I heard something about that. I mean, I've never listened to Joe Rogan. I don't, for some reason, he's never sat well with me. He always feels like, I won't go so far, he's got, I won't say he's full on InfoWars, but I feel like, he's maybe InfoWars with training wheels, but um,
I
so,
don't. I
but
honestly, I honestly don't have much to say about him. To be honest, the fact that he's on Spotify and that he's exclusive there
I mean, I don't
doesn't.
subscribe to Spotify, so it really doesn't change my life any.
The only person I see that would, out of any of my friends list, would who would listen to it is probably my brother, and that be for less than an hour, just because he uses Spotify,
Hmm.
but not necessarily that he likes him.
Right.
but but that's
Never felt the need to check him out, or I'm sure he said a wise thing here or there, but I know a lot of people like him, and if he's got a good deal with Spotify, more power to him. I just hope he uses his platform well.
a
And maybe my impression of him is wrong.
I now I know platform to platform. I find this deal of Spotify comparable to Ninja. Basically, when he got signed on to what's it called? That
Mixer.
Microsoft thing.
And that
So we just call it
how'd
that
that work out
Microsoft
for
thing.
Mixer?
Yeah, Mixer. That's right. It's so important to us. I forgot what it's called. All right, Mixer. So no, how'd that turn out? It was beneficial to him at least
Hmm.
because he he's now like a sole proprietorship and LLC, and he could basically get any deal he wants.
Hmm.
So whether it be on the YouTubes or back on Twitch, I mean, more power to him. So
Hmm.
I mean, in the in terms of viewership and numbers, Spotify is probably going to take a small hit, but to Joe Rogan, it's not going to affect him. It's
Hmm.
he's going to get anything he wants from it.
Hmm.
It's like,
Yeah, it kind of more feels like, back many years ago when it was a big deal that Howard Stern became exclusive to Sirius Radio, and then you stopped hearing so much about Howard Stern, and I don't even know what he's doing nowadays. So
yeah, serious.
am I ever?
Yeah, I'm serious, and please call me Ian.
Why so
uh,
serious, Ian?
uh, no. uh, I like these. Uh, so, what is that behind you?
That is a scene from Assassin's Creed Origin.
Valhalla, right? What
No, it's
no,
ancient Egypt.
ancient. Okay,
Yeah, I'm still working my way through Assassin's Creed Origin right now.
okay.
Kind of picking that series back up. I'm kind of haven't really done much with it since it moved to not what is now last gen or the PS4 generation. Um, but yeah, so far so good with Origin. Just finding time to play it is a challenge.
Yeah, it's. I mean, who right now, like between the three of us, I know Dave's not here. Between the three of us, has time to do anything right now.
Well, apparently Dave had to sneak off to the grocery store, so that tells you what kind of chaos he's got right now.
Yeah. Uh, but
And you don't have a yeah, and get to stop being a parent just because there's a pandemic going on.
yeah,
So I still have parenting responsibilities that I take seriously.
yeah, would be so lucky. But that was a little somber. I don't want to. I don't want to. I want. I. You know that I want positive motivation.
Mhm.
So, uh, but um, what were we talking about again? I'm sorry.
Assassin's Creed Origin for some reason, and
Oh,
how I'm picking that series back up, but finding time is a bit of a challenge.
I see. Yeah, just of course, a little bit of a challenge because of family or work issues, things like that. I understand.
Yeah,
Uh,
responsibilities that don't stop just because you have a pandemic.
yeah, yeah,
And don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I am, still blessed that I am able to work from home, but you know, and I know, in that way, I'm still quite blessed, and unlike a lot of folks or whose jobs kind of left them and really need some support from our government and but both the state and federal level, who just, you know, one is attempting to lead and getting undercut every step of the way, and then at another level, not even bothering and just leaving us all to fend for ourselves. Um, Pandemics reveal a lot about a society and what needs to change.
yeah. It's not a matter of um, if things are um, crazy or anything like that. It's all a matter of how much.
Hmm.
But that's usually our outro. So, um, and I don't want to end that here, especially
It's a
since
little bit early. It's a little bit early yet. We got to
yeah.
get to some. We gotta find some fun stuff to talk about here.
All right. Um, so do you want to hear good news or bad news?
Well, let's do some good news.
All right, so DuckTales season 3 just came out.
Okay, yeah, that is good news.
That's good. Yeah, and their first episode was mainly a foreshadowing for Darkwing Duck.
Uh-huh.
They featured him pretty heavily in it.
I remember Darkwing Duck. I liked that back in the day.
Yeah. The Darkwing a little different in this remastered version. Drake Mallard is not the what's it called? He's a little more likable in this one, but
Uh-huh.
um, but yeah, like I like that episode. It is and I'm not like this is no sponsorship of any kind. There is a free episode on I want to say Disney Plus of the first episode.
Uh-huh.
So go
Not that we
watch it.
aren't open to sponsorships, right?
We are open to sponsorships, absolutely. Yes. Yes, here at the Retro Detroit Nerdfighters podcast, we do like sponsorships. I wish we could get something with Audible. Seriously.
Or serious, audibly.
Indubitably. But no, like it's so they have the first episode up on YouTube
Mm-hmm.
for everyone to watch, but then the sad news is that no, it's been canceled off Disney Plus.
Oh,
Only
so no, it's not on Disney Plus anymore. You gotta go to the dark bowels of the internet to find it, or
no, I mean its third season is its final season.
oh, I better get around to watching this then.
Oh, it's a good.
I mean, I've heard it, it's a good reboot and people really are enjoying it.
It is a good reboot, and in seeing that one episode, you get to find out if you haven't seen all 3 seasons or the first 2, you get to see that the board members in charge of Scrooge McDuck's money, basically, are the 3 buzzards from Fowl.
Oh, I don't remember Fowl from the original DuckTales. Was that something new with the reboot?
Yeah, this is new with the reboot. Fowl is basically within the DuckTales universe, basically.
Okay.
And so you have Fowl, you have Steelbeak, you have those enemies in there.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it's yeah, it looks I really like that first episode. It just
Okay.
shows Taurus Bulba, it shows the Fearsome Four,
Mm-hmm.
Bushroot. Good first episode to that season. Yeah, unfortunate that third season, but is their last.
But maybe they can go out on a high note.
Yeah,
I mean, the best kind of endings are the ones that leave you wanting more. Just as long as it's not a cliffhanger.
yeah. I still, I still want to. Reminds me, with DuckTales, I do have an update on Animaniacs.
Oh, do go on.
Animaniacs, you asked if there is a water tower.
Uh-huh.
They do have the Warner Brothers water tower.
Oh,
there.
nice.
Yes, because like Hulu was like, that's iconic. We can't do this show without the water tower.
Hmm.
so yeah, there's that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Outside of that, maybe we can ask. When I say we, I mean I can ask you. Like, what shows do you think should, from our past, should be rebooted now, given circumstances?
Um, I know, and I think this actually is a thing out on Netflix, but I'd like to see more Transformers.
Transformer.
Yeah, I think there actually was or I think there was an Earth War series that was on Netflix. At least I think some or all of it's out now, but like to check that out if I ever get a chance. Uh,
Personally, given the circumstance, I'd like to bring back Toxic Avengers.
Isn't there a reboot in the works starring Peter Dinklage? I thought I heard something about that.
I'm not sure. I think we probably covered something like that they were
Let's see.
trying to bring it like onto into theaters or something, but I'm not sure. I can look it up. What's it called? Google.
Oh yeah, Peter Dinklage to star in Toxic Avenger reboot. It looks like it's something that's still in the planning stages, though.
Yeah, Peter Dinklage.
I've got to watch the first Toxic Avenger one of these days. Then
It it's worth a watch.
Mhm.
I have some friends who would continually watch it. I'm the type of person who, if I came to your door and you watched it, I would watch it too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's, I would say, B class show.
That's about what I've heard of it.
But yeah, what else? Was Toxic Avengers. There's I'm still looking. What else could we talk about? Let's talk a little bit about Twitch changes.
Okay. Not. Yeah, I haven't watched anything on Twitch. I know there's. I think I heard something about a bit of a. There was some Sturm and Drang over there, though.
Things like is it Megadeth? No, it's not Dave Mustaine. It's Metallica. Metallica's lead singer decided to play music on the stream, and then because of automatic Twitch protocols, they had his channel banned.
Oh, yeah, that's sounds like a thing that happens.
Yeah, he sounds like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, Twitch is more now than before been a is coming down hard on people when it comes to copyrighted music and things.
Mm-hmm.
More, much more than YouTube, and that's saying a lot.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Like if they hear like 2 to 3 seconds of a particular song, then
Then copyright strike, right?
if Twitch recognizes the song, then you could go anywhere from having the video muted to permanently banned.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So so it's a very changed landscape since when I first watched Twitch regularly. But yeah, uh, but yeah, completely different from completely different than YouTube, which kind of somebody pursues someone can pursue a false copyright claim, and but that YouTube has its own problems.
Mm-hmm.
I've even never mind. Let me see. I have something else. Did you hear about this? This 21-year-old kid that went to the doctor's office because he was diagnosed as positive.
No.
All right. So, what makes this significant is that this 21-year-old has autism. And from the looks of things, from the article and things like that, this kid is probably like medium functioning.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't talk a lot. He doesn't
Right.
very well. Or his mom was kind of forced to be separated from him because uh, um, like the disease and things like that, they didn't want her to get contagious, and because
Mm-hmm.
of things like surgery and stuff like that, they wanted to keep them separated.
Mm-hmm.
But the big underlying question is that could the consent is the issue, basically,
Mm-hmm.
because can he consent to this and that, so that things can go for the doctors according to plan, and they can he can be in and out of the hospital, basically. And when have I sent it to you?
Uh, I don't know if you sent it to me, but I think I know the story. I've heard about the story you're talking about. And a lot of folks are having to be separated from loved ones that are in the hospital right now, and that's hard enough when you're neurotypical. Like I struggle to imagine what what an autistic person would probably be feeling in that situation and how they would cope.
I mean, from the sound of things, I think I, based on the article, I think that he, um, he's he's able to consent basically
Mhm.
to everything that's needed.
Right.
It's just, but yeah, there's a very fine line. Like if the kid was, if the kid was low functioning, it'd be a different story. I would
Hmm.
think that, um, and I'm just being funny. I'm just trying to be funny with it. Just
Hmm.
put the mom in bubble wrap and, she can go with the kid, basically. But but medium functioning, I think you can handle it. I don't know the situation. I don't. I wasn't the person who was taking care of it, and I would like to say, like, in terms of this article, um, I got it from the Detroit Free Press.
That's probably the
I
article that I saw as well.
and I got it from Detroit Free Press. I think they've done a pretty. I think they've done a good job in, uh, putting this as a frame of reference to inform others.
Hmm.
I think they've done a good job, and, um, in that regard. But yeah, it is scary, and it could have went either way.
Hmm.
Having the mom, come with the kid, or, the kid, the 21-year-old. But yeah, it could have went either way.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, but let's see. Like, let's talk, a little bit more about games. Outside of Odyssey, I said Odyssey, Origin. What other games are you looking to, play with?
Well, oddly enough, my son's learning how to play Super Mario Odyssey right now. So that is actually appropriate that you mentioned that, although at some point I want to get to Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Assassin.
Um, and then out of that world, I don't know if you've been able to check out Watchdog Legions at all, but that kind of looks interesting. Um, it's kind of got a setup where, it's, you're not really playing as a set character. You can recruit characters in the world to join your cause, and bring down evil corporation with bad intentions, and is generally putting London under siege. So I'm kind of curious about that, see how it works. I've heard a couple of different opinions on it, and some people like it, some people don't feel it draws them in as well. We'll see how it turned out. I did like
Yeah,
the first two Watchdogs. I like the second one quite a lot more than the first, um, but yeah, that's Watch Dogs is an interesting series.
I mean, Watch Dogs as a series, I find some of the things, in there to be, um, um, I find that, with that game, um, there are a lot of people who speculate that, this is, that this game is somewhat like in the near future, like 2025 or something like that.
I've always thought it was modern day. It's happening in the year that the game is released in. Like the first Watch Dogs is set in 2014. Um, Watch Dogs 2, I think, was 2016 or 2017. Um,
No.
okay,
No.
that's been my
So
take on things. So
like how you can change the what's it called? The like the traffic lights.
yes,
That's 2008 technology.
yes,
And
it is.
so
Yeah. Hmm.
there, the stuff that's in Watch Dogs, the first one,
Hmm.
is 2008.
Oh, okay.
while the stuff in Watch Dogs 2 is 2009 to 2010.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay.
And so this Watch Dogs 3, I would assume would be something like 2012 to 2014, something like that.
It's possible. Yeah.
it's it could they could have uh moved it farther ahead and been 2015, 2016, but
Right.
who knows at this
But I
point.
think, the point of all that is it's based on things, based on technology that's out there now, in the way, folks are, are using it now to, if you're a bit more of the tinfoil hat set. Um, but yeah, it's all stuff that's plausible today.
Yeah, that's how far ahead of the technology there is. And I could put up a website of where to buy these products, but I'm not going to.
It's probably a good
But
idea.
it's probably a good idea. Uh, but yeah, I like seeing watchdogs from afar.
Hmm.
um, might play the it's something I should do, which is play the whole Watch Dogs series in one fell swoop.
Hmm.
But but because it's a cybersecurity game.
It
It's
sure, yeah, it sure is. The parts of the story, wink and nod to Assassin's Creed, the modern day portions of those games. So I think, it's interesting that there's you know, Ubisoft. I'm wondering if they're going to start alternating Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs, as their big fall release every year.
yeah, we'll see. And we'll see if they can do something about their allegations. If
Hmm.
you've heard about their allegations.
Oh yeah, they've got a lot of allegations right now.
Yeah.
Kind of just hoping you forget about them.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Hmm.
But no, like yeah. Speaking about games, what do you think of the PS5? Does anyone here have it?
Nope.
No, good.
And a lot of the games that I've had my eye on for PS5 are also coming to PS4, so I don't see a need to hurry.
Hmm. I
Like,
mean,
yeah, Spider-Man, Miles Morales is out on both. The sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn is going to be on both. Apparently, there's a rumor that the sequel to God of War is going to be on both. So, yeah, I don't feel a rush to upgrade. So,
I mean, is hey, is Kratos gonna be is he gonna quit saying boy and now say man? That's,
hmm.
that's what we're looking forward to with God of War now. Um,
I mean, I've been a fan of the God of War series, all the way back to its original, back on the PS2, and you know, I want to see what they do next. I want to see him go, have to deal with Odin and Thor, and we'll see what happens there.
Odin, Thor, and um, I'm thinking Asgard, but then there's
Well, the god of the new god of war, after Kratos basically demolished the Greek pantheon, he had to have somewhere to go. So he is invading the pantheon of Norse gods. So that includes like Thor and Odin and all those characters.
either Norse, I don't care. um, I don't know a lot about Norse mythology other than Midgard and Asgard.
hmm There's quite a bit more to it than that. you
Yeah,
know and as you would expect, the God of War, the writers take quite a few liberties with Norse mythology, but I think it's pretty my impression is it's pretty accurate in the broad strokes, but the details are obviously quite a bit changed up. So, but yeah, I like seeing what they do with it.
yeah. And it's kind of like uh, what's it called? What am I trying to remember? Oh, I mean, we could still talk about Greek gods and how Hades is just on every Twitch stream. I'm like, I want to get away from Hades now. I can't escape. You,
Just
you might
well,
as
what?
well.
Well,
You oh,
go. I was gonna say, why don't we talk about like, are there any games you're looking forward to?
I'm probably gonna buy Hades. Probably, more than likely, and change my name to Ian Grias. But that's
Okay. But that's we'll next episode we'll see if that actually happens.
we'll save that, and
Mhm.
then it's it's end of year, so we gotta probably do something special or something like that. Um, talk about what we've done this year, what we look forward to, why this pandemic sucks, and
Well, I think we cover that just about every episode.
yeah, basically, and just like microtransactions and loot boxes within games.
I mean, those are still terrible, but this pandemic is so much worse.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, why not um, devastate so many people? Why not take away their money too? So,
hmm
yeah. on a, on a scale of survival that's second only to that. So,
Right.
um, but no, have you seen gameplay for Hades?
I played Hades. I
Yeah,
have it. I enjoy it.
I
Um,
I
I enjoy my Greek mythology games.
yeah, it's uh,
And on that same
shouldn't
note, and on that token, one of these days I'm going to get to the Immortals: Rise of Phoenix too. Kind of Greek mythology blended with Breath of the Wild. So we'll see how that one turns out. It's getting pretty good reviews. So
personally there's a party game on Steam. It's called Worms Rampage.
oh, I remember Worms.
Yeah, and this worm's a little different. It's more of like a 2D shooter, basically.
Oh, okay.
It's not the same
Kind of like
formula.
classic Worms, or
No, the worms can sort of roll around and also um, move around on their own, basically.
Is
So
it
it's a
still?
little
It's
bit,
still. It's still a two. It's still a multiplayer game, or
yeah, it's
okay,
still a multiplayer game. There's still holy hand grenades and things like that,
and sheep.
and sheep.
Nice.
But yeah, and then there's um where they have it set up, like one of the fields is this big like this big arena, like where you would play football.
Mhm.
There's the top area and then all the like lower areas where there's stands and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it looks fun.
Okay.
um, but yeah, then there's that game which I've seen about an hour played. Then there's of course Hades and Greek mythology, but which looks like a which from an outsider looking in looks like an okay game, but I know streamers on Twitch that have played it for more than 300 hours in a month.
Well, it's got really fun gameplay, and and the story's pretty good as well. So I can see how somebody could sink 300 hours into it. I could as well if I wasn't careful.
Yeah, I'm just happy that there's no like loot boxes or microtransactions. Yeah, in that game, as far as I know, because it'd be tempting.
Uh-huh.
um, but yeah, what else? I've uh, it feels like they I watched maybe about a dozen YouTube streamers, Twitch streamers, and I came to find out one of my favorite ones is now playing Overwatch.
Oh,
So I'm like, we've covered Overwatch on this show and know that they have loot boxes still in their game.
yes. Have you?
So
Yeah, I've
oh
never played Overwatch, so.
yeah, I from what I've seen, and I don't want to see any more. um, it looks like a fun game. It looks
Mm-hmm.
like the type of game that, because I'd be kind of the average gamer on that, I would probably sink my money into it. So, I'm not touching that game.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, it looks like a good shooter comparable to Team Fortress 2, which is a fun game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I guess I really like the streamers that are playing Overwatch. I really like them as people, but it's too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but um just wish that there were yeah, that there was should I say, like, wish there weren't so many games that had that implemented in there, or I would play them.
Mm-hmm.
But what can you do? Um, but yeah, do we have anything else?
No, I don't think so. Let's
I
see. We've talked about games. We've bitched about the pandemic. Is there anything else we do on this show?
We talk about. I think that's basically it.
Okay. We talked about
I
DuckTales.
we talked
Oh,
about DuckTales and how it shouldn't be taking a nosedive, but I'm sorry. It's too soon, I know.
mhm.
um, 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 more money for David Tennant, but he's the voice for Scrooge McDuck.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, we don't have anything else.
So I
Uh,
guess, where can we find you, Ian?
you can find me at my place. My name is not Jenny, so my number is in 867-5309. You can find me at you can find this podcast on SoundCloud. Look up Retro Detroit Nerdfighters, and also at my website, informed.com, informed with an A. Phil, where can we find you?
Well, until this pandemic is over, you can find me in my basement doing corporate tech support. So, and trying to sneak in some Assassin's Creed Origin.
Oh, and one more thing. I
Yes.
found a new show. It's based off of Cobra Kai. It's called COVID Kai. They tell people to mask on and mask off.
Oh, yes, that's important. That's important. I like
That's
that.
I like that too. I mean, but you can't sweep the leg though.
No, but wash your mask from time to time.
Yes, wash your face, wash your mask,
Wash
and
your hands.
yes, and still don't get anywhere near LaRusso. So
No.
no, yeah, Dave, are you here?
I am.
All right, cool, Dave. So yeah, as always, um,
Wear a
don't forget,
mask. Wash your
wear a
hands.
mask, wash your hands.
Don't forget to be awesome.
Don't forget to be awesome. Thank you. Thank you.